The High Republic is not SJW, and in this video, I explain why. If you believe that, you're probably stupid. By the way, only about 31.2% of my viewers are subscribed to this channel. So if you like Star Wars and you don't want to be constantly lied to or manipulated by clickbait, consider subscribing to the channel. Anyway, the High Republic is simply just not SJW. Now, you may be wondering, what makes someone like me so qualified to talk about SJW politics or the High Republic? I don't know. Maybe because I'm actually reading the books. Now, I'm only about 2/3 of the way through this book, if you can see, and I do have the next book on deck, and from what I've read so far, I can confidently say there is just not any SJW politics in there. Now, you may be wondering, Goldman, there are so many prominent YouTubers who told me that the High Republic is SJW propaganda. What are you talking about? I'm here to tell you that the people who have been telling you this are liars. They have been manipulating you just so they can make a quick buck off of your click. I can guarantee you that most of these people that have been saying the High Republic is SJW probably hasn't read a single page of this book, and let's be honest, they probably don't do much reading in the first place. But Goldman, why would they claim the High Republic is SJW in the first place? Honestly, it's only because of the diverse cast. The authors behind the scenes may or may not have said things, but I can confidently say that in the books, there is nothing SJW. You know what's funny? A lot of these people that I like to call the fans that cry SJW, they love Clone Wars, but the arc with the younglings, which is basically what some of these books are, is much more diverse than the High Republic is. You know what I noticed? The only time these people scream SJW is when the creator of a certain project says something SJW. Now, what's my evidence for this? Well, let's look at Rogue One. Rogue One was directed by Gareth Edwards, and a lot of people seem to like Rogue One, especially these people that scream SJW. But to the best of my knowledge, Gareth Edwards hasn't said anything SJW. But let's look at the actual cast of Rogue One and see how diverse it is. The main character, Jyn Erso, is a woman. Oh no, but Goldman, she's white, it's okay. Fair enough. Let's look at the rest of the cast. Cassian Andor, played by a Latino actor. Bodhi Rook, played by a Pakistani actor. Baze Malbus, played by an Asian actor. Chirrut Îmwe, played by an Asian actor. Saul Guerrero, played by a black actor. Funny enough, the only white men in this movie that are new characters is Orson Krennic, who's the main bad guy, and Galen Erso. But Goldman, not everyone likes Rogue One. Let's talk about something that everyone does love. Fine, let's talk about The Mandalorian, you know, the show that everyone's talking about right now? First, let's completely ignore the fact that Dave Filoni went to a conference where he talked about the importance of women in Star Wars. Second, Jon Favreau, to the best of my knowledge, hasn't said anything SJW. God, I hate saying that. But let's look at the cast of The Mandalorian, shall we? The Mandalorian himself, Din Djarin, is played by a Latino actor. Greef Karga, played by a black actor. IG-11, played by a New Zealand actor. Cara Dune, played by a woman. Fennec Shand, played by an Asian woman. Moff Gideon, played by a black man. Ahsoka Tano, played by a black woman. Bo-Katan, played by a woman. Boba Fett, played by a New Zealander. Actually, now that I think about it, there aren't any white men in The Mandalorian. I mean, Luke doesn't really count. I guess there's the client that died, but again, he's an Imperial, so... The Mandalorian is easily the most diverse project, but everyone seems to love it just because Jon Favreau hasn't said anything like I love women. Newsflash, just because a creator might say SJW things, that doesn't mean the story they are making is SJW. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening to my rant about this. It pisses me off, to be honest, because these people who scream SJW, they make conservatives look bad, and I'm not going to talk about my specific politics, but I have a lot of friends that are conservatives, and they would completely disagree with what these people are saying. And you know what's really funny? I guarantee you there's going to be people who are going to comment saying, I'm an SJW. And trust me, if you knew me in person, you would not be calling me an SJW. Here are some of my other videos if you're interested in watching them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to unite the Quad Squad, and I'll see you guys next time.